We ain't here to begin it. The beat had already came in.
This kind of sounds like it could be on one of your albums.
With this? Yeah, I like this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Five Controllers Podcast. Murky, Cocky McFly, Fifth Child.
Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. I go by the name of Cocky McFly. That guy over there across the table from me, that is Merk B. Williams. Merk, say hey to the people.
Man, we in there big, cuz.
God damn. All right,
To the world blow.
Are you done?
No.
No. Anyway, man. Yeah, so we got a special guest this evening with us, man. We are so excited to have him here and back at the Crizzy Up, man. Our friend, our brother, our nigga. Y'all give it up for 7evenThirty, man. 7evenThirty, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up? What's up? What up? What up?
Oh, okay.
Four of them for you.
He said 4 for 4.
You know.
Man, we gonna tap in with our brother, man. We gonna get, talk about what he been up to, talk about what he got going on, talk about a whole bunch of other random stuff, and terrible black films that we sitting here watching right now.
That's right.
Because clearly that's the
I
thing.
love terrible black films.
Man, turn on a terrible black film I record. Today is Players Club.
Ooh, Lisa Ray was fine that frog hat on.
Alright, it's a good time to cut. Good time to cut.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Y'all tap in with us, man. We're gonna get into this conversation. We out here.
Good Lord.
Honestly, I ain't know if I need to continue on with the conversation that we was having. But I will go in order of discussion. So
We gonna get back to it.
yeah, we'll get back to it.
That needs to be discussed.
Yeah. So
Needs to be addressed.
yeah, man. So recently, of course, as we mentioned at the beginning, man, you welcome home. Welcome home.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. You just moved back to the city from a very extended stay outside in the great city of Dallas.
Out yonder.
Yeah, out there with the
It's funny because that's how people think Texans sound.
yeah, for sure. So, man, just talk about a little bit, man. I guess you can kind of like, like what your experience was, like just really, as much as you would like to, like when you left, and then just, adapting to that environment, and then now coming back, and then like what's that like the new version of you kind of coming back home?
That's a good question. So yeah, I'm born and raised in Jack, and so me and my wife left Jackson in 2010. Yeah, it was the beginning of 2010. Just due to personal circumstances, people who know us know why. You know what I'm saying? But also just a change of pace, change of scenery, we thought would be good for dealing with our grief and things. And so during that early time, I would say you was mad homesick, of course, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we were excited, to be in a bigger, Dallas is always growing, you know what I'm saying? And the scene out there was very welcoming as well, you know what I'm saying? Like the music scene, art scene, or whatever out there. And so, but living day to day in Dallas, we had to learn to kind of, I guess, rely on each other, really come together. It brought us together, through the whole, not just the grief process, but the growing as individuals and trying to find our footing in a new city or whatever. So that made us very close. So And then just throughout time, like what you said, like how it was, like, I guess adapting to it.
Yeah,
like,
just like now we live here. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, after a while, you stop. Like like the first time driving on 75 for somebody just coming straight out of Jackson is, you know, kind of intimidating because like it's way bigger and everybody out here and they going way faster than I'm used to being able to go, you know. And so, but you know, after a while, you just like anywhere, like you just. With repetition, after you do something all the time, it's just after a while we just hop on that bitch like it ain't shit. Like, you know, just be doing that shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
But then for us, for the type of individuals that Tori and I are, we're very introverted. Like we get recharged when we like, you know, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like either solo or together or, you know, just on some chill or whatever. And then so, yeah, we can adapt. We have adapted, and Dallas, you know, has been great to us. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, you know, you want to get a hold of like your stressors, what's causing you anxiety and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if the more it grows, and then to add to that COVID, like to add to two people that's already prone to be like, whoa, about like germs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being social in general, always, you know, I gotta build up to do that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then add COVID to the picture, so it's like, okay, perfect excuse. Door closed. Like, I ain't come out. Like,
oh, I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, we wanted also, you know, property, and we always, you know, thought it would be a valuable thing to own property in Mississippi too. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
you know, that's what we did. So,
yeah. So like now you home. I know it's been a short stay or short. You hadn't been back that long. But like,
right.
You know, we were talking earlier before we went live, which y'all can check out on YouTube tomorrow whenever you listen to this. But yeah, you were talking about how like, man, you was at your folks' house for Thanksgiving. It's like, I'm about to go to my house. I ain't got to drive.
Right. I ain't got to go
back.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't got to drive back to
Hop
Dallas.
on the highway and stuff. Yeah.
You know, like talking to your dad, like, I see you tomorrow. Like, yeah nigga.
And
I
that's
see
weird.
you tomorrow.
It's
like,
still weird though.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we mad adulting right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we're not over their house all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's still weird, you know, like being at the crib and then not really having to like have a long ass drive. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know.
that is cool.
That shit's still long.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
but it ain't long, but it's long.
Well, depending on
That's
how
what
far
she
you
said.
out there, but
Yeah.
it's far.
We ain't trying to tell people where you live.
Yeah, I ain't
But,
trying
you
to
know,
tell people where you
They
live.
don't need to know all that. They need to live in space. That's all y'all
It's
need to know.
it's what it is.
Space is far.
It's a Mississippi commute. Let me say that.
Yeah, that thing, that part. So
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
yeah,
It's a Mississippi.
You know,
See, and then see in perspective, cause like that's what I'm talking about. So talk about adapting. You know, in DFW, you got to hop on the highway everywhere you go, pretty much.
And
Like
if
that
you
bitch
don't
so
get there at a
spread out.
certain time,
Right.
you're late.
You all up in all the traffic. And so like when people say, you know, my commute is a commute, I'm like, oh, it's just a drive.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a
regular.
drive. You know what
It
I'm saying?
take 30 minutes. Oh, that's good.
Right. You know,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But a 30-minute drive in DFW and 30-minute drive in Jackson is from Jackson to Florence. That's long.
You be in a whole different vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to visit a partner who lives out there, man, and well, he was in a specific town, and now they somewhere else. And man, he was like, "Yeah, just come out to the house."
Like it wasn't shit.
Yeah, just
Right.
come out to the house. He was like, it's
That's
right.
how
He
they
said it's
talk,
right
yeah.
down the highways. I put it in the GPS. That shit.
Like that
was
bitch 45 minutes.
45 minutes away. I said, hey, bruh, you live far.
Yeah.
My nigga. Like,
That shit feels real far.
The shit is it is.
I thought I passed so many towns before I got to his. I'm like, hey, man, why y'all move all the way out here,
Yeah.
bruh? Like, good grief.
Yeah.
But I'm a plug one spot though.
Okay.
In DFW. It's called King Tut. It's in Fort Worth, Magnolia.
It's a food
man.
spot. Sound
Nigga.
like a food spot.
You said nigga. If mama say nigga, you know it's some food in there.
It's like
Anytime
alright,
you hear nig and guh.
So in Jackson, we will always hit up Labs. Shout out to Labs.
And that food still slap.
Yosef, yeah, shout out. And so we was like, man, it's like nothing really, like I haven't found it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like any kind of equivalent. Then we had to go to Fort Worth. We were just out there one time. We found this little spot. It's just one location. It's been there for like 30 plus years. Nigga. That
Is it
grilled chicken kebab with them grilled veggies. And get that baba ganoush. Skadoosh. That shit is fucking awesome. And so we would drive to Fort Worth to do that. That's a 45-minute one-way, motherfucker.
Oh, I already know.
On a Saturday, we like, hey, you want to go to King Tut? Boom. Because they close at 2. Then they reopen at 5. So if you want to catch their ass before 2, you got to hop on that
Get on
fucking
after,
highway.
or you make this shit date night.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's it. That's how I do. King Tut, Fort Worth.
Yeah,
Fort
King
Worth.
Tut.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Man, check that out. Yeah, man. So we back again. Bro, 7:30, man. We was having a conversation on a break, just about, just all three of us, just how how we've all kind of evolved as artists from where we were at one point up until now, and how some folks still kind of keep you in that box.
Certain expectations.
Or where you were when you were started, or where you started it, and kind of like not really expecting you to evolve or grow into something else. Like you always gonna be, like Steven was saying, like people see me, oh, you the post poetry, you the poetry. I'm like, bro, that place closed. Don't nobody do that no more.
Don't nobody do it.
like ain't nobody really doing that no more. Like, what you up to now? You still like, bro? That was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so like how, like how do you like deal with it? And then like how are you just in this space now where you are kind of redefining who you are today as today's 7:30?
Me and my wife was joking not too long ago about like, do producers still send me beats that sound like some video game fucking like outer space,
Let me sing you this
let me
Gallagher.
send you this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like, that was a long time ago. It's like these styles be changing, man. And like, I don't know. You can't expect somebody to be the same 10, 15, what was that, 15 years ago?
Shit, well, maybe that was like 08.
Yeah, that was 07 when that shit
07?
came out. And then like the gigawatts and whatever. And so like, and then I had after Heaven's Computer, people really associated me with that sound, that image, that whole artistic direction, which at that time, that's where I was. But I remember on The Problem, which was a couple years after that, I tried to make it clear to listeners, and I had that line, was like, they think I'm always rapping about some space shit. I ain't come from a spaceship, bitch. I just say shit. It was like I tried to that was my attempt at like.
But that whole album was you rapping. It was like a bunch of rapping.
And
It
then
wasn't-
see now,
yeah,
that album was so we stripped it down, like no space shit, just straight beats and bars. You know what I mean? But now, okay, you also don't want to be boxed in that box. I get, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't expect that either.
So, and I guess sometimes, man, it's just like, you know, people can see where, you know, it's like you got to remind folks, I got a skill set. So that's like the problem. I'm like, bro, you know, I rap. Like, I ain't just out here on this, you know, on this other stuff. Like, that's just an expression of art. Like, yeah, I rap, and then it's like, oh, now you rapping now. Like, you've been rapping. It's just, you know, it's just about different stuff.
Right.
So, and then, you know, everybody don't know that, but you super talented. Like, it ain't just a rap part, like
Thank you.
singing and playing instruments, stuff like that. You know, you different. So I think, so like, how is it incorporating? I guess, like, how is it incorporating those new styles, new to us, but new styles to people, while also kind of still doing, I guess, the authentic, and maybe that's not the word I'm looking for, like the stuff that folks may be used to.
The standard stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
So what I try to do is not really stick to a standard as far as a style. I've always wanted my style to be, I don't know what his style gonna be next. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's more reflective of who I feel like I am as a person. So and having the music be a reflection of just where I am at that moment. You know, so that way you don't get boxed in. It can go in different directions. So you can incorporate instruments, you can incorporate singing, you can incorporate different genres, and you know, things like that. So
Yeah. Do you have a favorite or least favorite project?
of my own,
Yeah. And or I should have said.
favorite project of my own, I guess would be, I like Heaven's Computer a lot. It has sentimental value, I guess. But I feel like my best project may be The Problem, just because I think the quality was where I wanted it to be. My least favorite project, Smitty smiling, Fifth Child smiling, because he already knows it. My first project is my least favorite project.
I believe that.
But it, you know, it's got sentimental value. Every now and then I'll, you know.
Do you feel like, obviously, you know, we've all heard your music or whatever. Do you feel like the reason why you favor The Problem the most is when you feel like you became whole as an artist? In that
I was on my way. I feel like I was on my
Oh, in
way.
that
By the
particular
time,
way.
yeah, I feel like by the time you get to the last two songs, it's The Problem, title track, and there's a bonus track called God Particle. I feel like those two tracks, like, I feel like, okay, yeah, I'm on my way to what's next. Like what I want to, like, you know.
Because, like, you know, as an artist, I think we do so much stuff. You do so much stuff. You put out so much, I guess, content material, whatever the case may be. And it's that light bulb moment that happens. Like, okay, yeah. Like,
I feel
okay,
like, yeah, I feel like,
yeah. I don't know if it's a word for it, but you know how it feels. Like, you can feel it when it happens. Like, okay, yeah.
I feel like I'm actually fortunate to be able. I'm glad you said that, because I never thought of it from that perspective. I actually feel like right now, honestly, the shit that I'm, you know, working on right now, I feel like that.
I agree.
What you just described, like, I feel like that right
I
now.
wonder what, does that shit just happen at 40?
Maybe.
I feel like,
But I think it should also always keep happening. Like I feel like even though I feel like I'm like me now, like I'm comfortable in my own skin, I don't give a fuck, you know, like what people, you know, have to say or whatever. I don't have to ask permission.
Yeah.
You know.
For anything.
Right, for anything. At the same time, I forgot what I was gonna say.
That brown weed, it gets you every time.
I forgot.
I'm telling you, sir.
Hey man, I had a serious question. This is just personal because the drink water joint.
Hydrate.
Super fire. I just really wanted it to be a whole project so bad. like I love Georgia, man.
Man, Georgia.
She on another planet.
Georgia
Real.
is she on a whole different.
She got the funk.
She on a whole different. She has the funk.
Oh, absolutely.
She's been dipped in the dipper.
Man, listen, I
You
be
know
on
what
her
I'm saying?
Instagram
Yeah.
gliding right with her to them strobes.
Yeah.
Take me where you at.
And she had did a remix. She had did a remix of the PCP. She did a remix of God. And that shit.
Did it get released?
Yeah, it's out there. It's I think it's on my Bandcamp. But that shit, she put like a really African spiritual like funk behind it. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's all her shit. And then so she had this other track that was a real like pulsating. And I heard that and I was like, yo, that shit sound like the track is breathing. Like, I want that.
Yeah.
And then so I got the track and I was like, yo, would you get on this shit? Like, yeah, for sure. She got on it and that shit came out like that.
Oh, it was bang because I was vibing to it. I was vibing to it. Skip walking in like,
Yeah.
bro, what's that? I was like, bro, that's 7:30.
That shit was crazy.
Where he's like, man, you got his number, man. Give me a number. I need to call him. Like,
that shit's crazy. Cause
it was
she did it and I just thought she was just gonna do the hook part. And then she went off singing on when she sent me the vocals back. I was like, wow. Like she didn't even have to do it like that. She did all that.
She did.
I was like, yo, you did that. She was like, yo, respect. And then like I sent her to finish things. She said, what she said? She said this is like breath of fresh air or something. She said like this shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just wanted I wanted the project. I still want the project.
Yeah, she's like
Georgia
a
7:30.
she like a trying to catch a unicorn fairy.
You gotta enjoy while you have it.
Yeah.
That's it. On the live, man, you talked about how you became disenchanted with like being a recording artist at one time. Like it just, I guess it just.
Yeah.
wasn't fun.
I have several times where I feel like that. Well,
Yeah. So kind of talk about that,
Yeah.
like kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, being a recording artist, I mean, being an artist, but speaking to being a recording artist, just the industry, anybody who's a recording artist can attest to this, like, especially like an independent artist. The industry is not necessarily formatted for you, like the industry that we grew up with anyway, and the industry that introduced us as artists, like, and by us I mean, you know, people, my contemporaries, so to speak, you know what I mean. The business model of the music industry does not serve the artist. So, you know, as a creative, you have to figure out other ways to monetize your music, you know, if that's what you want to do, you know. And so, being the type of artist I am, naturally is that I create when I feel, I guess when I feel inspired, air quotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's artists out, like a lot of my favorite artists, like my favorite artist of all time, like Prince, like he would just create shit, just like boom, 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 like this nigga here. Mm-hmm. They just sit down and fart and a fucking beat come out. Fifth Child. I'm talking about your ass. It's like, I admire that, but naturally I am not that kind of artist. So even more so, the business model of it doesn't always work in my favor because I'm not as I don't have as much product. Yeah. You know what I mean? As a lot of other artists or whatever. So I just didn't really. There was a period of time where I just didn't agree with having to feel like I had to keep up, with people's expectations. Oh, he just dropped something, so I guess he dropping something next year. I guess he dropped something year after that. I've never really been like that.
Yeah.
Never really, been that kind of artist. And then, you put a lot of energy and time into your craft and into your project. And by the time you have a product that you can hold on vinyl, on CD, you can listen to it. It's been so much that went into it. So much time, emotion, everything that went into it, money, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, if you also don't own and operate your own stuff after putting all that into it, like you also feel some kind of way, you know what I mean? So it was a period of time where I just had to accept what the industry is and be like, okay, well, this is the industry, so okay, if I want to participate in it, I have to define what that's gonna look like for me. And if that means me taking time and going through life and experiencing stuff and releasing stuff when I feel like it, then okay. So that means that I can't say I'm in it to make money, you know what I mean? Like I'm in it for just purely just create and do it, you know what I mean? Just because it's what I have to do, you know what I mean? Yeah. Making money off the product later on, yeah, okay, there's business model you put together for that, but like as far as me creating, that's not my inspiration.
Okay.
My inspiration is this just has to be done. It's got to sound or look like this, And so as I pull away from music for a period of time, I may, just take on something else. Take on a practice, an instrument, or start, pick up a paintbrush again or whatever, So just staying creative is just about staying creative and consistent, and still having your business together. Titties. There's titty. How am I supposed to concentrate when there's titties on the screen? This nigga got Players Club playing. Titties is
So, you happy to be able to get some Crystal Burger?
Man. So in Dallas, y'all ain't got Crystal, man.
I don't
and
know
so
what.
Every time.
What does Dallas have? Do they have White Castle? Do they got White Castle?
No, it's not White Castle either. It's neither. You can get a frozen White Castle at Grover's or some shit.
Yeah, but the one in the bag.
Yeah, no, fuck that. But really though, I don't really fuck with White Castle like that. I'm a Crystals guy. I've had both. But Crystal. But I come down to Crystal. Come down to Jackson. I got to give me some Crystal. That's the first thing, and then we hit 20. That's like what I get to hit the road and get on 20. It's so like what I'm eating.
So do you get the burgers or do you get the chips?
I get a number one with cheese. With
Number
what
one,
it call,
yeah.
I get a number one extra onion,
Them
and
the
I get
them the burgers.
then the regular Crystal soy meat burgers. and I
Hey man, that ain't real meat.
yeah, it's just soy. It's Soylent Green.
You really finna make me fuck right around and go to Christmas?
Bruh, I'm about to go right. I'm about to go get the steamy,
around, go to Christmas,
human
man.
burgers, man.
I was so sitting here like what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna tell you, you
No,
sold
I'm
me,
hitting
buddy.
Crystal. It's the Crystal on the way
Well, who
back
nan
home.
what?
Yeah, that's how I be like, put extra onion and give me a
That or who
Sprite.
nan what? 'Cause they don't miss.
But you know what? The Crystal has changed their fries, and I don't always like them.
Yeah,
Cause they kind of like more They got them bread kind of like crumbly,
Like
like
Wendy's?
crust on it.
Now, Wendy's fried like Burger King.
Probably more like Burger King. I haven't been to Burger King in a long time, but
Crystal got chili cheese.
Ugh.
That sound like something.
Nah, they do. That Crystal chili cheese fry used to go hard back in the day.
chili cheese puffs.
Pups. Like
Like a little small hot dog.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I used to fuck those up, man.
yeah,
I thought
the
you
pup.
talking about- I thought
No,
you-
not a puff.
Hell yeah, the chili cheese
I don't
puff,
think
yo.
that don't sound like I want.
So
that.
Jackson
I'm
State,
talking about puff, not pup.
Jackson State 2001 to 2003. I was somewhere high.
Somewhere.
And I was like, yo, let me get some Crystals. Get them chili cheese pups. I know exactly what the fuck you talking about now. I used to tear them things up.
Crystal, y'all need to give us a sponsorship right now.
Yeah.
The way that we
I
have-
can't eat that chili cheese pup now though. That'll send me straight
Well, you know where you going. Well, most things at 40 gonna send you to the damn bathroom.
straight
at
to the
this point.
bathroom.
Yeah, them chili cheese pups ain't better than 20 nigga. Shit. She got 2 Crystal commercials.
I don't need no rat with my burger.
Did you say rant?
I need you to cut that out. You gotta get on the pot, cut that out.
But she can, so I can come talk crazy. We ain't got no. Well, first of all, she. Anyway,
Uncle Luke.
be quiet.
Yep, yes.
Well, we don't have enough money right now for her to be on this podcast because them on the type dude she missed.
This ain't the 730 podcast.
And some Brittany Renner. You done talked about the blessing that Christy is, and then came out here with talking about this Jezebel.
All right, so one of the one of the things that we also were talking about prior to the live is just your love for terrible black movies.
Man, I love it's always room for a good
I mean, Merc loves some
bad black
Tubi.
movie,
I
man.
love
Yeah,
Tubi.
Tubi is the best.
Can't do it.
Man, I watched Tripping earlier today. It gets me through my
But
lunch
Tripping.
break.
Wait, did
Yeah.
one of y'all post that? Did somebody post something about Tripping?
I don't know. It's probably a while back.
I rock with Tripping.
Tripping top tier. Top tier tier.
Top tier. About 11. Man, them had what? Deion Richmond, Bud.
Yep.
And then Bud and Donna
And
Faye.
Fat
Donna
Beach.
Faye.
Fat Beach.
Fat P-H-A-T.
It's a horrible.
Was
movie.
Monique and Fat Beach?
That's Brian Hooks again.
Yeah, that's Brian Hooks.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey man,
Brian Hooks,
them
and,
2000s.
and homeboy from Juice, the big dude from Juice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Lean
his
On
name
Me.
is. Sam from Lean on Me.
Lean on me.
Yeah, I know. He gonna be Sam's forever.
And he was in How to Be a Player.
on me.
He was in How to Be a
He
Player.
wasn't how to be a player.
Hey man, Brian Hooks, them 2000s. He had a really tough run in 2000. He was doing some movies in 2000.
Yeah, he was
And he ended up getting on the sitcom.
in the early 2000s. Yeah.
He ended up getting on Eve.
Yeah, Tripping is
Brian
that's
Hooks
when he
was
was
on
dreaming about the eggs. When
He would drink,
It was
yeah.
some
When he
sunny side
thought, he
up
thought them
eggs.
eggs with some nipples and was licking on
with
them.
the nipples
Yeah.
and digging on them.
Get that girl from Minnesota showed up, did it.
And the boy said, granddaddy said, the little brother said, Greg losing his mind again.
does Senseless count as a bad black movie? Yeah, Marlon Wayans.
Anyway, in movie count.
Man, let me tell you, man.
Really keeping it real.
I'm a fan of them guys. Well, man,
Except for Damon. I rock with Damon and Keenan Avery, man.
But Damon funny as
I
fuck.
don't know why we had to say his Keenan Avery. Why you can't just be
You
Keenan Wayne?
gotta say it together.
Keenan Avery. Ken was the funny one, really. Well, second funniest.
Damon the funniest. And
Oh,
then
Damon funny.
I think Damon the funniest, and then Kim is the second funniest.
Yes.
And then
Keenan was
Keenan.
always the brain.
yeah, then Kim.
He had the vision. Yeah, he put
Yeah.
everybody on. Everybody. Man, DJ SW1. Living Color should be on too. I don't even think it's in syndicate. I don't know who owns it.
Yeah, I like bad black movies about there's this one that got the chick off the chick off of Insecure that Lawrence was cheating with on the first season. Well, he technically wasn't cheating though.
Well, let's just start right there.
He technically wasn't cheating.
Every motherfucker Lawrence
The one worked at the
slept
bank.
with was bad in the sun.
The one worked at the bank.
Yeah, the bank
Oh, the
tell
one where
She been in a lot of terrible films.
Hey, let me tell you
bro.
something.
Bro, wait, now
Lawrence
hold
taught
on.
us something.
But
If
she-
you gonna cheat up. God
Right.
Damn.
But she getting hit all kind of directions in this other movie. I what the fuck movie? It opened up with her getting hit from the back, front, sideways.
What is this
slanted
movie?
way.
I need to see it. I would like to watch
It's
it.
called
This podcast episode is taking a turn.
yeah.
What's her
It's
name?
this dude who's obsessed with like
Steve
sex or
Stop.
something.
Can we Google her name? I would like to find, because I can Wikipedia her and look at her filmography. And I find, you can go and Google it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like the first 5 minutes of the fucking movie.
And
She in a telephone booth.
they still got them.
Yeah, and the wig. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's tough on moving the wig.
Yeah, it's tough on the wig.
Hey man, Ian this here. Yeah, man. All right, we about this it. This it. We finna go home and
Man said we got this it.
this it. I was like, we about this it. I don't know where I'm at. Man, look, y'all give it up again for our special guest. Y'all give it up 7:30, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
thank you so much for coming through and blessing us with your presence. It's so good to see you and have you on.
Yeah,
man.
good to be in the same room with y'all,
Man.
man. Shit's been a long
In the
time.
flesh.
Hug us, nigga.
Yeah, hug me, nigga.
Yeah, man. Look, we appreciate y'all tapping in again. Y'all check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram as well at the Vibe Patrols. We need to get them followers up, so y'all follow us and then send it to some of you people so they can follow. And then also, we got our Facebook group at the Vibe Patrols. You can search that on Facebook, man. Check us out if you are in the Jackson area. We know you're gonna be here this weekend for the game. Shout out to JSU SWAC Championship this weekend, this Saturday, but you can catch the Vibe Patrols this Sunday at the Dayscape with Cujo and the Nasty Show at Chemistry Sports Lounge. You can follow us on social media for more information on all that. Merk, what you got?
Oh, yeah, just follow me on social media, man, at Merk B. Williams. I got a lot of stuff coming up. So if you hear this, the most recent thing is coming up Friday at Center Stage. I'm with my guy Mac Epps, George Chuck, the whole Mississippi Move, Tougaloo crew, and all of them, man. Karaoke, a bunch of games. It's going to be a good time, man. So y'all make sure y'all search that. Be on the lookout for the flyer when I post it. Y'all, come out, turn up, all that other good stuff. But yeah, in the meantime, definitely follow me on social media. I got a boatload of shit.
All right, man. Yeah. Also, cheap plug. Y'all make sure y'all follow the Briarwood Art Center on all
Blessed
social
and
media.
anointed.
Yeah, man. A lot of great stuff going on in the building and in the community. So y'all please, again, make sure you follow the Briarwood Art Center. Check out all the good stuff they got going on. They got an Instagram and a Facebook. I don't know if they got a Twitter, but I'm sure they got that too. So yeah, or you can just go to Fifth Child Music or Fifth Child Media and you get all the information there as well. So yeah, man, as we like to do always, before we leave, we like to give you a little nugget, a little something inspirational to take you on through the day, through the minute, or the hour, whenever you're listening.
And as always, man, we got our special guest, 7:30. Man, he gonna drop something on y'all before we get up out of here.
Yeah. Before I drop my nugget, before I drop this hot steaming nugget, I'm gonna be on this pod when this come out Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, so the same day I'm gonna be on another podcast, so you can catch 7:30 in 2 podcasts. Play it at the same time, listen to 7:30 in stereo.
Oh, yeah.
That podcast is what we talking about this time. You know, I'm gonna be on there talking about some bad movies. Talking about, we actually doing like a bad horror movie review, so that should be fun.
Okay.
It's dropping the same day as this episode. You can find me on social media at 7:30. That's spelled the number 7eventhirty. And yeah. So always remember to don't be a nugget. Don't allow yourself to just plop on the floor, okay? You don't want the steam coming out of you, just releasing all that into the atmosphere. That's negative. That's low vibrational. Instead, be a flowing stream of goodness. You want to just flow straight out, straight on out, and just, spread yourself amongst the world. Let yourself seep into the ground. Fertilize the earth for something new. All right. Good night, everybody.
And let me tell you, he said it with a straight face. Oh, shit. That got to be the funniest. Let me tell you, it's some shit in there, man.
Yes,
Now,
it is.
You're gonna have to
Yes.
get some shit in there.
Absolutely.
Man, you might have to listen a few
Absolutely.
times to get what's for you.
There are particles.
But it's some shit in there.
Fecal
Some shit in there, man.
fecal matter.
Ooh, nigga, that was the wrong response. Man, we finna go to Crystal, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of shitty, I fucks with crystals, man.
All right, man. Look, again, man.
How did we get here?
I don't know. Again, man, thank y'all so much for tapping in with us again. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And yeah, Merc.
Oh yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay free. Y'all share that shit, great.
All right, man. Y'all already know the 2 fingers up in peace to the sack. I'm chilling. You got to say it.
What I gotta say?
Out here. You gotta say it. You gotta say out here, but you gotta say it like out here.
Oh, out here.
Yeah.
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 All right.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah, I'm
about.
down with that. I like
We
that.
out here, man.
I like that.